one quick side note, my mic's audio is gonna be different throughout this video because I couldn't quite get it down to a T. I couldn't get it to be consistent. I've been switching between playing this game and grinding on PC versus on PS5, and it's just different audio levels and so many details that I didn't work out in time for the recording. I just thought I'd let you know. I'll have it sorted out for next time, and enjoy. Where have I been? I know, my lovely fan base. I have been busy, and I've been getting busy in-game. Today I have a video that is a little different from the usual style. To start things off, today is the end of the 4th of December, just shy of half an hour till it's midnight, meaning it would officially be the 5th of December, which is, in case you didn't know, the release of Season 1 Reloaded for BO6. And with it comes updates, nerfs, buffs, new content, new weapons to grind, which is always something. To tell this story, let's start from the beginning. That is to say, the 25th, or rather the 24th of November. I had just finished getting dark matter on the 3 new weapons that we had access to that were available at the time, because of course, later on, I don't remember what day exactly, Treyarch did release that one bundle on the store where if you purchased it, you gained an early access, I guess, to the new Searing special weapon, which would otherwise be locked behind the community-wide event where we had to get 50 billion eliminations. That event has since then been completed and the weapon has been unlocked, but at the time of me recording my multiplayer grind for the Krieg C, the SOG, and the Power Drill, we were nowhere near the end goal. So I just decided to take to multiplayer and get it over with as soon as I unlocked all 3 of those, and that's gonna be on a separate video that's gonna come out sometime in the near future. Maybe a couple days from now, we'll see what happens. And then it just hit me, what if I challenged myself to get Nebula Camo in 5 days? And I thought this was a great idea. I would start the next day, which would mean the 25th, and I would get it done by the 30th of November, just to have everything nicely organized and clean and complete. My schedule was freed up, cover new content on the game or even other games. But no, this is the story of how that journey evolved from a 5-day plan to a 10-day plan, and then some. So hopefully you enjoy it. Sit back, relax, it gets pretty wild. If you like what you see, like, comment, whatever, show me you appreciate it so I know I'm doing something right, point me in the right direction, and yeah, I'll see you for the next one. It's gonna require more attention, like I mentioned earlier. I can't believe I just did that. I was doing something. I thought, okay, yeah, I could do some zombies grinding while I do this, second monitor activity, zombies grinding, whatever. I booted up the match where I had over, I don't even remember, 37,000 critical kills, and I totally forgot about it, and I got downed and bled out, and I lost it. I lost the save file. I totally forgot. Whatever, it's fine. I'll just boot up another one. So, since obviously I have lost my previous save file that had maxed out eliminations at 14,999, I think over 500k salvage, obviously maxed out points as well, 999,999, lost it, my own mistake, it was dumb, but a couple of hours, well, more than just a couple of hours, if I'm being honest, I managed to grind my way back up to not exactly where I left off in the other save file, but pretty darn close. Would have been cool, I guess, to have achieved that amount of points, as if nothing ever really happened, but I'm at my limit. I don't want to keep playing this game for so many hours in a row or doing the same thing. It's just, yes, it is second monitor activity, but I just want to go to sleep. I have 11,000 eliminations, 9k criticals, worked on a couple of guns, and then there's the issue that I was in the midst of finishing 2 weapons, I believe. Will this kill them? Okay, answer is yes. I've only been in this match for 48 minutes. Before I did the first save and quit, I was like near 2 hours into the match, and in the second one, I don't remember how long, more than an hour for sure. And then this third one is almost an hour, but not quite. Just like that. I passed another round with me saying I was gonna save and quit. I'm actually gonna do it right now though. Unless there is a vermin that spawns at the beginning of this round, in which case I should stay for it. Right? Vermin? No vermin? No vermin. This is just so addicting right now. It's just, I don't know what to do with myself if I'm not doing this. I'm just gonna wait for the first spawn. If it's a vermin, awesome. If it's a parasite, then, or nothing at all, then whatever. But I just want to see if it's a vermin or not. No vermin. Alright. Save and quit. I actually saved and quit this time. I better not see an armored zombie. There's 2 okay, I didn't see a armored zombie. I saw 2. Also, that is bugged. I'm not actually Prestige 8 level 55 anymore. I've been Prestige 9 for quite a while. I do want to see what my progress. 3 more vermins, and then I'm free. Okay, 7 more armored zombies. So I'm basically done with both of those. Okay, XM4 is the only AR that I have not done or completed yet, and it's almost there. SMGs are done. All of them. Well, obviously not the SOG. Shotguns are done. They were the first category to be done. LMGs, not touched. The Sarkov and the DM10 are done. The SWAT is about to be done next time I hop on, and then all that's left is the AEK. Snipers, Frostline, only missing the special camos, and then obviously the actual gold camo. SVD is done though. I barely touched that last sniper and zombies at all. And you go over to the pistols, 2 out of 4. These are also done as well. Special zombies, I actually have progress made on that 3 out of 30. What I decided to do was I would get the baseball bat that I have not used at all in zombies. I should have 0 eliminations. Yep. I'm gonna do this grind in this match, in this save file that I currently have, and then because I actually have some progress with the knife just below the halfway point, it shouldn't be as tedious, if that makes sense, to get the 2,000 eliminations for the knife, so I could totally do that in like a Liberty Falls game or whatever. I'm sure there's methods to getting a bunch of manglers to spawn in for the opal camo. And then the same way, there should be a method to get a bunch of either like amalgams or abominations to spawn in for the Nebula Camo unlock. So I'll do my research in due time, but for now I'm just gonna focus on the headshots and then move on to the melee weapons. And yeah, that's been my progress update. I am now basically back to where I was, minus the 300,000 plus salvage that I had in the other save file, but that doesn't really matter. I don't need that much salvage anyway. As you can see right here, 14,999 eliminations, which is the maximum, and then I went over the 999,999 zombie points, and I did a couple of guns. I finished off the XM4, I actually got the first sniper out of the box, and I finished that off, so that should be gold as well. I did the second LMG and some other guns that I probably am not remembering right now. Right now I'm working on the third LMG, which is the last LMG I need to work on, and I'm basically still at the beginning stages of it. I don't think I even have 1,000 headshots with it just yet. It should be relatively easy. I'm almost done with the Strider handgun. All I need to do now is like vermin eliminations, 30 of them total, and I don't know how many I have. Probably less than half, but I do have the headshots at least, which is the main point of even doing this. And I actually did go down twice, believe it or not. I like to think it was mainly because I didn't have elemental pop, because the electric cherry augment on it really is really helpful. it saves lives. It can save you in a lot of different scenarios, especially if you're standing still, like camping in a spot like I am. Went up to level 53, prestige 9. Strider is a one that I'm currently working on, 7 out of 30 vermin eliminations. I know there's a trick you could do where, like, for some reason, if you let the zombies, like, not just let them spawn and kill them immediately after, but if you, like, after they spawn, give them some time, like, train them a couple times, I think they're more likely to have a vermin spawn out of them. I don't know why that is or what the mechanics behind it are, but it just happens because whenever I'm outside of that room, like whether, you know, maybe the room gets so inundated with items on the floor that the zombies start tweaking out, so I go outside, whatever, run some laps, some trains for a couple rounds, and I've noticed that when I kill the zombies that I'm training, at least 5 of them will have vermins that spring out of their bodies, whereas when I'm sitting in that room and I'm just killing them shortly after they have their bodies completely spawned into the map, they rarely, very rarely, have a vermin spring out of their bodies. So if I were to change it up to the knife out here in the menu and then load back into the game with the knife being on my loadout, I'm still gonna have the baseball bat in game. So that I can confirm that. 3 days left until the double XP and double everything event ends. Battle pass progress, I'm on page 11. Yeah, that's it. I have how many guns? So that's 2 here. 1 is 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7 for the melee. So 7 out of 33 is what I'm missing. I've done 26 on 26 weapons. But as far as opal goes, it's not the best strategy. So I'm thinking what I'll do is when I'm done with using this strategy, I'll probably just load up a Liberty Falls game and go crazy with the melee weapons is what I'm thinking. So I've got two plans here. One, I want to get the Dark Ops calling card that you should be able to get even if you are in directed mode, I think, where you spin the box so many times that you get every single weapon there is to get out of it in the game. And then the other plan would be to do the boss fight and end the game by doing the boss fight, which should be very easy considering it's only round 15 and I have enough points that grant me access to Pack-a-Punch tier 3 weapons and gold/legendary rarity weapons, so shouldn't be a problem there. And then for Opal, I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We still gotta worry about some more couple thousand headshots, and then obviously the baseball bat, and then the Dark Ops challenge that I want to do, and then the boss fight. And it's gonna be like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because I haven't actually done the Terminus Easter egg on directed mode before. So I'll get the rewards for that, and I'll be able to finish that save file the way that I want to, unlike last time. So yeah, that's a quick update. Well, I finished all the headshots for all of the weapons. 2,000 on each of them. But it came at a steep price. Again, well, let's just say I died again. I had this second save file, directed mode in Terminus with the max points, max eliminations, and I want to say over 17,000 critical eliminations. And well, I kind of deserve it because I was way too sleepy, and then I just literally not even half an hour ago, I got done with the 9mm pistol and the AEK, which were the last 2 weapons I needed headshots for, and then I moved on to the baseball bat that I already had in that match and thought I could survive getting hit by a full wave of zombies because I had the melee macchiato augment that gives me a bit of health every time I get a zombie kill. It just didn't heal me enough and I just died, so I lost it. Second time. I'm not gonna boot up another game of Terminus directed mode. I think that's enough Terminus directed mode for 1 lifetime. Unless there's another ammo grind that I need to do there, which I don't think I do. I'm going to boot up a game of Liberty Falls and get to work. It's gonna be in directed mode because I do want to try out this one strat I saw where you would go to the boss fight, final boss fight in Liberty Falls, and then you would, instead of, I guess it doesn't matter what weapon I load in with, right? Because I can go for knife kills. So you'd go to the boss fight, and at the very beginning of the boss fight, 3 manglers spawn in. You get rid of those, save and quit. You're gonna be put back outside of the church area, and make sure, so when you come back into a save file, obviously you can't save and quit that same round that you came back in on. So you gotta make sure to pass the round before doing anything else. And after you've passed the round that you see that you can save and quit again, you go back into the church, activate the boss fight, take care of those 3 manglers, save and quit, and rinse and repeat. And that's what I want to try out, because I know I was looking at some videos about how the math works for like how many manglers per hour you get for doing the save and quit strat versus how many manglers you get passively each round for the bank. What am I doing? I'm so used to getting critical kills with weapons. It's nice to just go for the knife. No need to aim or think or anything. And apparently it's more efficient to actually be in the bank vault, but that would require me to stay at round 11, which means that if I stay at round 11, I won't be able to actually do the strat that I want to do with the save and quit and 3 manglers and all. I guess I'll give you guys an update whenever I do get to that point, to the final stage of the Liberty Falls Easter egg. So, for the past hour or 2, I've been getting this save file already. I mean, it's working, I guess. I got 20 out of 30 with the first marksman rifle, and it's not bad, but I definitely thought there'd be better methods and strats to get a lot of mangler kills. I didn't think it was this big of an issue. If I would have known, I would have probably grinded as much as I could on the side on my permanent save files, but it is what it is. It's nice to get a breath of fresh air moving on from Terminus, grinding, and coming over here for the next stage. Can't save and quit on the same round you loaded the save file up on. So this is, yeah, a little tedious, but for right now I don't really mind it because I am actually getting progress out of this with the knife challenges that I already got the 2,000 kills for, but I'm working on the 300 kills that I need for the special camo challenge. Anyways, that is the end of the round. I can save and quit again, so I'm gonna go into the church, trigger the boss fight. I have my weapon ready. I made sure to save and quit when I had this already papped till tier 3. 30 manglers. I've seen some people using glitches and bot lobbies and whatever that I'm not really interested in. So yeah, I killed all 3 of the initial ones, because now after you clear this horde of zombies, you'll get the first boss, which is also a mangler. But even if it does count towards progression, I don't think it's worth actually going for it, because he has a lot of health. Make sure you're full health, because you won't be able to save and quit if you're not full health. So save and quit right after killing those 3 manglers, and I mean, you can make this even faster depending on what weapon you're using. Some weapons have more damage per second than others, obviously, and then my weapon right here, it's gray rarity. I didn't bother upgrading it to like legendary or purple rarity, so you could definitely be done with this a lot faster. The only downside is you're barely getting XP. If I still had headshots to do, I would definitely go do the bank strategy, and I'll probably try it out eventually if I get like too bored or tired of this strat. The thing about this strat is it does require more of your attention, but for a shorter amount of time, because sometimes I found myself where I had to do this or that and I wasn't available to be in a match for more than half an hour, and I would have to save and quit, or even more than 10 minutes. Something would come up, I'd have to go somewhere, do something really quickly, and I just had to interrupt my laid back grinding session. So it's just different types of grinding, whatever floats your boat, because as far as I'm aware, there's been a lot of arguments online about which strategy is best, this one or the round 11 on the bank, and they're pretty much the same. Like the time that you spend doing either strategy is negligible. Like they're so close to each other in terms of time and efficiency that it's not a big deal. So it's honestly up to you, whatever you feel like doing. If you do have headshots left to do, I highly recommend going over there and doing that strategy instead. But if you are like me in a position where you kind of already did the headshots without knowing that Liberty Falls bank strategy was better than Terminus, well, you know, you're more than welcome here. If you are trying to set up a save file for yourself, this one is going to take a little bit longer because you do have to go through the entire Easter egg, whereas for the other strat, you only need to go to raise your round cap to 11 and then you're good. And obviously make sure to open the right doors and not open the wrong doors. This strategy keeps me awake, especially at time like it's 5:30 in the morning and I'm super tired and sleepy, but this strategy just keeps me up. It keeps me on my toes because I actually have to do stuff and not just stand in a room and spam bullets. Whereas in the other strategy, if I was super tired or sleepy but I just wanted to push through, just maybe finish this gun and then call it a day, then you know I would actually start like falling asleep while playing it, which was probably a big factor in the loss of both of my save files over there. You can mess up this save file if you're not paying attention as well, because if you go in there without clearing this initial round, it's over. Like, you can't save and quit, you can't go back, you can't. The only way you get out of that church, if you don't have the save and quit feature, is either completing the boss fight or dying. And either way, you're gonna have to restart the whole save file progress. I mean, it doesn't take that long, maybe like 45 minutes if you're quick about it. It took me about an hour, 56 minutes I think, but that was because I was, you know, I was chilling, I was taking my own time, I wasn't really like rushing anything, so to speak, but it is a hassle for sure. I think if I ever make the mistake of entering the boss fight without having the save and quit option available to me, I don't think I would go through the work to actually get to this point again like I did in Terminus. I would honestly just go to the bank and just chill there and get my one mangler per wave or per round. Anyways, here's our last mangler to unlock our first opal. Do I get it on screen? There we go. Unlock opal camo for any weapons. Cool. I would have never thought that the SWAT marksman rifle would have been my first opal, but here we are. Prestige 10. I grinded out last night, or yesterday, or 2 days ago, I can't even remember anymore. I grinded out the Terminus save file and I finished all that, even that pesky sniper. I leveled up a ton. Like, I completely flew through the rest of Prestige 8, the entire Prestige 9, and now I'm almost up to Prestige 10, but you know, like I said, if I keep using this strat to get my opal camos done, then I'm not gonna be getting as much XP as I could by using the bank strat, so we'll see. I guess I'll update you guys when I do make the switch or something happens, because that's been happening a lot lately, or at least more than I would like. So, my game crashed while it was loading into the save file. And I restarted the app and I lost it. I lost the save file. So I didn't plan on doing the bank vault round 11 cap strategy until much later because I was actually having fun doing this strategy, but I do not feel like progressing through the entire Easter egg. Or maybe I will. I don't know yet. It's already the 1st of December, 4 in the morning, the 1st of December, so I managed to get probably 2 guns in opal before the 1st of December officially hit. So yeah, it was impossible to begin with, plus the fact that I had stuff to do on some of those days, so it's not like I had, you know, the whole 5 days for the grind. Right now the game plan is to finish Nebula, or at least get as close to it as I can before Citadelle de Morse releases, and obviously I haven't even touched the Krieg C in zombies, or the SOG, or the power drill, and I don't even have this other weapon unlocked just yet, because I'm not willing to buy that, was it 2800 COD point bundle? We're up to 37 billion eliminations. I'll go back to it. I'll restart, do the bank vault strat. I'll decide what I do after at a later time, I guess. You'll find out in the next couple of seconds when I update you guys. Well, I just hit Master Prestige, that's pretty cool. I think there's a less than a day left for Prestige 12. Huh. Okay, Prestige Master. Oh wow. Okay, you keep going. Every 100 levels. Alright, well, whatever. I guess I'm Prestige Master. I don't think I had to actually do anything. I've been grinding, taking a lot more breaks than I would like. I've been grinding this method, and even though I lost my initial save file for it, I don't want to say grinded, but I made my way back to where the original save file was, and made another one. Because I did try the round 11 strat, but I think I messed up because it was a vermin round or something. I don't really understand 100% how to get a mangler, a guaranteed mangler every single round. So I kind of gave up on that and came back to this, which is a lot easier to understand. I haven't exactly measured how much time it takes me to do one of these to get 3 mangler kills or eliminations. Opal is definitely up there as one of the worst challenges. I would say I wouldn't know which one is worse, the 2000 headshots or the 30 special zombie eliminations for each weapon. Not particularly trying to go for the fastest time yet. I'm just doing what I do normally, just a casual run through of what I've been doing. Make sure we're at full health so we can actually save and quit. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark. There we go. It's officially been over 3 minutes and we're still not on the out of the match, so to speak, in the main menu. And time. So that was 3 minutes, 24 seconds. And let me see how many weapons I have done. 12, and I'm working on number 13 because it takes me 3 minutes with about 25 seconds to do 3 manglers. So I have to do 3 minutes and 25 seconds times 10 because I gotta do it 10 times for every weapon. That's 32 minutes for a single weapon. And for the whole thing, 17 hours. It would take me 17 hours to do the entire thing. Opal from the ground up, nearly 18 hours. So out of the 17 total hours that Opal takes, I've knocked down 6. So I have 11 and some change hours left of this grind, which is, Afterlife should be no problem. 20 or more consecutive kills without taking damage 10 times, that's super easy. I can go into the bank and do that. And then 10 elite zombie eliminations, that's going to be a little more tricky, but I have seen a pretty good strat in my opinion. There is an Easter egg step in Liberty Falls where you have to place down the LTG and it spawns an elite level enemy, and you can basically just farm that, but it's gonna be quite slow because you can only, if you fail the challenge, which you should, you can only respawn it once per round, I'm pretty sure. So that is definitely gonna take some time. The further I go down this rabbit hole for zombie camos, the more I realize how much time and dedication this requires. Honestly, my original plan was to have Nebula done before the 1st of December, which is today. So obviously that's not happening because I'm not even done with Opal, not even halfway done with Opal. And then I changed the plan, I altered it a little, and now the current plan, which I am seriously not believing in at all, is that I'd have Nebula before Citadelle de Morse releases on the, I think, 5th of December. So I'm fairly positive that I won't be able to finish the Nebula grind before Citadelle de Morse drops. So at the very least, I'll try my best to make the Opal challenge goal come true. I'll try my best to have Opal by the time that Citadelle de Morse releases. And I am very well aware of the possibility that it might be easier to actually grind Opal Camo in Citadelle de Morse, but at the same time, directed mode for Citadelle de Morse is not going to be released at the same time that the map releases. It's going to be released like a couple weeks after the map's initial release, maybe even a month later. So yeah, that is the plan. Also, it's so annoying how, since I've reached Master Prestige, every time I exit out and go into the zombies main menu, it shows me this message about, oh hey, you want a Prestige 12? It's just extra steps, unnecessary extra steps to get to the main menu. and it's annoying. So if that could be fixed ASAP, that would be nice. There's only a couple of hours left on double XP, which I haven't really been making the most out of because of this opal grind. I've just been saving and quitting most of the time, and I barely get any XP for that. Master Prestige was my ultimate goal, because now obviously I have everything unlocked forever, and I don't have to rely on the permanent unlock tokens, so I'm happy. I'm happy with my current level. Gobblegums, I've gotten a lot, so I'm happy about that, because I couldn't really make much use of the first double XP weekend that also featured double gobblegums, because I was mainly playing multiplayer. I did play a little bit of zombies, but just enough to dip my toes into the proverbial sauce that is the zombies community. So this time I really made the most out of it, I think, and I'm pretty sure I was efficient at it too. I remember seeing this one video like a month back when the game was just a couple weeks old, detailing how gobblegum acquisition actually works and how you get more gobblegums in the earlier rounds than you do in the later rounds, because Treyarch wants you to keep playing, and so they reward you for, you know, just being in the early rounds and actually playing zombies rather than going for high rounds and trying to farm gobblegums that way, because it does make sense. Because usually people who are new to zombies or who just want to try it out or don't play much of it are the ones who are usually in the low rounds, and the exfil around 25, 30, anything past that is just seasoned players or people who are already hooked on zombies. That's putting it into general terms, obviously. So, you know, having to stay at round 15 has definitely, I think, helped the odds of getting gobblegums, but honestly, it's gonna be a very rare occasion when I do use gobblegums. On the one hand, they're nice and they can help you out a ton in almost every situation, but on the other, it's a limited resource. I mean, obviously, the more you play, the more gobblegums you're gonna unlock. I don't know. If it's not something I have a ridiculous amount for that I'm probably never gonna get through, then I'm probably never gonna use them, or very seldom use them. My zombies experience thus far hasn't been too bad. It's definitely very mind-boggling and boring. I've fallen asleep a couple of times on this grind, which is not something I could say for multiplayer, but obviously that's because multiplayer is it's a bit harder, because yes, it depends on how skillful you are in multiplayer, but it also depends on factors outside of your control, like people, like how good are people versus you at the game, or where are people positioned, or, you know, just the general situation of the match that you're playing, the map that you're playing on, the game mode that you're playing on. So it does keep me on my toes, because I really need to concentrate. That's the difference. Zombies can be a passive activity, especially with directed mode being always at a low round, nothing higher than 15. It's just passive activity, and it's not particularly hard to get these challenges done. It's just a lot more time consuming, I think. I'm not gonna do the Warzone challenges. I think I've played enough Warzone in a single lifetime, and that's even more pain and suffering, and I'm not willing to put however many hours it requires for you to get whatever the ultimate camo in Warzone is called. I'm not willing to go and put those hours into Warzone. It's not worth it. It's not like I'm gonna play Warzone for fun anymore, at least. I guess I'll just keep on grinding, and next video is probably going to be me going through the Citadelle de Morse Easter egg, or maybe finding some things out, possibly contributing to the zombie community's proverbial library of knowledge. It's just gonna be a lot of fun, just having a new map and not just playing Liberty Falls or Terminus over and over again. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm also really looking forward to taking a break from this game. Nothing too crazy, but maybe like a couple of days off, especially since I'm also really excited about Marvel Rivals. That's another game I'm really looking forward to. I had a ton of fun in the beta, so let me know if you guys want to see some gameplay of that. I'm not a prodigy at the game by any means, or any hero shooter. You know, I could definitely hold my own at least. I've been sleep deprived for past week or 2 weeks, or however long ago I started taking the Nebula grind seriously, and yeah, can't wait to get done with it. But for right now, I'll just keep my head down, saddle up, and make sure I get this opal done for every gun. So here I was, minding my own business. I was doing the SVD sniper, 21 out of 30, and the app just closed. It just closed by itself, didn't even do or say anything. I was just going through, and the worst part is, I was on the same round that I came back in on, so I couldn't save and quit. Or I think there's like a safety feature, like precaution feature that helps you with that in case like the app crashes or it closes or whatever happens or you lose Wi-Fi connection. There's like a backup save in case that happens, but only if you progress through the round that you came back into. And I didn't. I was one literal vermin away from progressing the round, and right before I shot it and killed it, the app just closed. It closed, and then I booted it up. Here I am again. My save file is gone, and it's over. I'm gonna try for a second time to do the round 11 strategy in the bank vault. Hopefully it works. I know if there is a vermin round on round 11, it's not gonna work, and I have to do something or whatever. It's so annoying. Now I gotta work my way back up. I don't have any points. It's just, it sucks. But I guess I'll use this opportunity since I already have the baseball bat in opal camo. I'll switch over to the knife to get those 30 mangler kills with it. The app closed again, so I just restarted my computer. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. And since I'm gonna load into a new game, and I won't really have a mangler spawn until like round 11, I'm gonna roll with the SOG, just because one, I do want to unlock the akimbo attachment for it, and that's level 39, which is max level. And I want to take advantage of double XP, or double weapon XP, or, you know, at least the 11 hours that are left of it. And, yeah, hopefully, I'll get some progress in it, too, because I've got 0 headshots, like, no zombie progress with this whatsoever. I'll, get to that, and hopefully get the round 11 strat to work. Why do I only have 900 COD points? I'm pretty sure I counted them all. This is 900, and this should be 1100. So I should have 1100 COD points right now, but for some reason it didn't give me these last 200. I don't know. I'll check in with that later or tomorrow and see if it's changed. I'll probably forget about it anyway, but I actually decided to make the most out of double XP, double weapon XP, double gobblegums before it went away earlier today. There was a decision to be made. Again, we've known now that the strat that I was using, where I would make it to the very last step of the Easter egg in directed mode for Liberty Falls, triggering that boss fight would spawn in 3 manglers fairly quickly, but every time you saved and quit and went back into the save file, you would have to clear the current round, and then you could go into the boss fight, so you'd unlock the save and quit feature again. I was okay with the strategy, but it was very draining. Not just for me, but I guess for Call of Duty itself, because I had to save and quit every 3 to 4 minutes, or every 3 to 3.5 minutes. And it's no secret that the save and quit feature, while it is in the game and works most of the time, I wouldn't even say it works most of the time, but it works sometimes, is very flimsy. It still needs a lot of work, because the way that the save and quit feature works, in case you didn't know, let's say you have a save file, you load into that match, right, and you make use of that save file. As soon as you load into it and you're in that same zombies match, the save file that you had automatically gets deleted, which leaves the user vulnerable. Because Black Ops 6 is an online game, if you lose connection or your app crashes or whatever happens in that same round that you loaded back into and you didn't pass that round, it's over. You've lost that save file forever. So that happened to me twice using this method. It would crash on me, or the app would just randomly close for some reason. I lost it twice. And after that second crash, I didn't want anything to do with that anymore, with that method, and I pivoted over to the round 11 strat that I didn't really get, but I'm confident that I kind of understand it now. So let's say you're at round 11, you did all the right decisions and opened the bank vault without actually opening the double doors, because you use that exploit where you can open the parlor door from above, from like the drop down roof. If you get a vermin round, which is totally possible in round 11, all you need to do is save and quit, and hopefully next time you load into round 11, it won't be a vermin round. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you have a mangler spawn during that round that you came back into, or if you didn't get a vermin round to begin with, and on round 11 and you do get a mangler spawn around 11, you're good to go. You're gonna get a guaranteed mangler every single round for as long as you're in that game. And yes, you do have to kill those 33-ish zombies that spawn in during round 11, but you'll get a mangler every so often. The spawns are pretty quick, and I'm gonna time myself. Let me get a random weapon here. I have 22 out of 33 weapons done. I'm 2/3 of the way done, and my goal is for tonight, the hours that I have available to me tonight, hopefully I'll get this finished. If not, get very, very close. My goal at the very least is to get 30 out of 33 weapons done, and if possible, just finish it all together tonight. So I'm only missing the Sarkov SVD. I still have not finished it. I need to get it out of the box. And then the Frost line is the only one that I'd have to start from scratch as far as the 30 eliminations for Wranglers go. 9mm PM I haven't done because I haven't got it out of the box yet. Brekova I did get out of the box, but I'll show you and just, I have some progress on it, even though it's not much. I'll show you a little trick that I kind of discovered last night, and it mainly came to me from all of the unfortunate crashes I've had happen to me. We've only had one save file slot ever since launch, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. But as cool as it would be to have multiple save files, I think that would mess with the game and probably produce some unwanted glitches by the dev, so they're probably just gonna limit the save file to just one. So here's the little trick. Last night, oh, there we go. Last night, I wanted to get the SOG and the Krixie up in level to max level, so I have a save file. And in that save file, I have over 300k points. I'm set up, I have all my perks, I have weapons. I think I might have finished the weapons I actually have in that game, but point is I have that save file. And because I don't think you can get the SOG or the Krixie or the power drill from the mystery box, the only way to actually get them in game is to bring them in game as a loadout weapon. I loaded into that save file with the SOG and with the knife that I think is the only weapon I have in that save file that isn't done yet. Or actually it might be. I don't know. The baseball bat is also done. I totally forgot. I have the save file and I decided to keep it in my back pocket. And I started a new match with the Krixie as primary weapon and the power drill as my melee weapon. And what I did, I literally just closed the application, literally from the menu, and now it's showing me this message. Your last match ended unexpectedly, yada yada. So when I press continue, it's gonna put me into that match that I'm still in, my second one. And on top of that, I still have my own save file. The only thing is, if I were to save and quit with this new file that closed unexpectedly, I would lose the other one that I have, which I don't intend to do. But point still stands. I technically am able to have two save files, one legitimately and one not so legitimately. And this is huge. It's awesome. It's just for camo grinding. I really don't have any other use for this besides camo grinding. Well, okay, that is the first time I've had that happen to me. 29 out of 33, just 3 more weapons, and I'm done. Or, it's 4 weapons actually. I don't know how to count. So 4 weapons are both the launchers, SVD sniper that I have 21 out of 30, and the last LMG. It is 5 in the morning on a Tuesday, and I have just finished the Opal grind. I finished off with the Sigma launcher. Well, this is a bad example because you can't actually read the text. The launcher is in the way. But I finished off with the Sigma and then the SVD that I only needed 9 special zombie eliminations for, and that's it. So there you go. Right now, I don't really have a need to keep this save file at round 11 because I'm not gonna be farming manglers anymore. All I need is just consecutive kills without getting hit. At round 11, I only get about 33 zombies, 34 if you count the mangler. If I plan on like optimizing this, I'm gonna have to go up in rounds. That means progressing a little little bit further through the Easter egg. So I'll probably do that. And it also works in my favor because for the actual Nebula camo, I don't remember exactly what I gotta do, but it has to do with elite enemies. I know that even though I'm in directed mode and the level cap is 15, there is a way to actually get elite enemy eliminations quite consistently. There is a step in the Liberty Falls Easter egg where you have to use the LGT, I think is what it's called, to summon a named enemy, either an abomination or a mangler with abnormally high health, and I'm pretty sure those count as elite enemy eliminations. Quick update, I'm about to get off. It's already 7 in the morning. I spent maybe like an hour or two grinding this out. I have 13 out of 33 weapons, so this is a lot faster. I could definitely get this done next time I get on, which should be tonight. Yeah, I'll try to get that done, and at least I know I need 10 elite zombie eliminations for a single nebula, which is a lot, and it's definitely going to take a lot longer than Afterlife. Even if I can't get Nebula on all 33 weapons before the release of Citadelle de Morse, I'll try to get as many as I can, and I'll definitely, at the very least, have a single nebula done before then. So that's what I am conforming myself to, and as per usual, I start grinding the wall buys in the map, plus a few other outliers. I have the XM4 and AK-74 done. I believe those are the only 2 ARs I have done. I've got the C9 and the Tonto SMGs done, again because they were wall buys, and then the Jackal PDW is not a wall buy in Liberty Falls, but I do have it done because of a random fire sale. I got it off the box and I took my chance and just did it. Both of these are done because they're both wall buys. SMG I got done because it's a wall buy. Haven't done either of the first or third LMGs. The M10, it's in the spawn room or spawn place for Liberty Falls as a wall buy. LR is a wall buy, and I realized this a lot later than I would have liked, but it is a wall buy. SVD I also have done because it was one of the 2 weapons I had when I finished grinding Opal. GS45s obviously. In the spawn I have them done, and the Sigma launcher is the second weapon I had when I finished Opal, and that's it. You know, an interesting thought just popped into my head. Why is there not a launcher wall buy? I think that would go incredibly hard. I mean, just think of the possibilities. I mean, yes, if you don't have PhD Flopper and don't have Pack-a-Punched, they kind of suck, but Pack-a-Punched and with PhD, they hit really hard. They're underrated, in my opinion. The melee weapons, knife, and baseball bat are gonna be not so fun. They've been fun-ish up to this point because it's just kills, no headshots or anything like that. But for this, it's gonna be a little more tricky because you have to get 20 eliminations consecutively without taking damage. I could grind this passively, so like every time I get a charge for my Ether Shroud, I could go for it. I think that's what I'll do. That means I'll have to start another match where I have the baseball bat. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, as always. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me for now. So 24 out of 33. I'm going to speed run this as fast as I can, and I'm gonna get this video ready. I have not edited any footage that I've captured since the 25th of November. Not a single bit. I'm gonna try and get my first Nebula gun, and then I'm gonna try to get that video done, edited, and uploaded before the release of the map. Yeah, this is future me. I didn't like that. Surprisingly, I did not like staying up all night up until the early morning of the next day to edit all of this footage. So maybe don't do that next time. Ask me. Thanks. I just remembered there was a clip I'm gonna show on screen I captured. Essentially what I did was there was a random fire sale going on. So naturally, I went over to the nearest box location of where I was at the time, which was like right here. Oh, of course it goes over there. I gotta go around the entire map. But it was right here. This location. I go over, I hit the box as soon as the fire sale power-up ends, and I'm like, whatever, I missed it. You know, I'm not gonna get a weapon from that. And then I kind of take a look back to that box location because I saw a strange light coming from it, and it's like making the effect that it usually makes whenever it moves from location. And I thought that was really, really weird. And so on screen, you're seeing the result of my actions. So I had the one location or the mystery box where it was before the fire sale, and then I had simultaneously a second location, set location, for the mystery box after it disappeared from the glitch that I accidentally stumbled upon. And that is very interesting. Of course, it went back to normal after I did the save and quit, but I could spin the box from either location and I would get guns from it, and I could actually use those guns. I mean, I don't know what can be done with this. Maybe it's totally useless, but I just thought it was really interesting. I had never seen that happen to me before in any other Call of Duty game. Biggest mistake I did was not going for Opal as soon as I had an entire category on gold. By far, my biggest mistake. I think I could have already had Nebula like a day or two ago. I also messed up again by trying that other strat where I had to save and quit every 3.5 minutes instead of actually going for this strat, which was not only a little bit faster but a lot smoother. It's a double whammy, ladies and gentlemen. I just recorded an hour's worth of footage. Let's take this from the beginning, shall we? I'm about to die. I recorded an hour of me just grinding the final moments of the Afterlife camo, which I am, by the way, done with. I did it. 33 weapons in Afterlife camo. I get to move on to Nebula. I had the plan set out. I had my round 15 save file. I had it ready to go, and it was all great. And then I finished. I was literally doing the baseball bat in this separate file with the intention of leaving the match and just deleting this file and keeping my other save file. And I was so caught up in the moment of me finishing Afterlife camo with the dumb baseball bat that out of habit I pressed save and quit on this file, which made me lose the other file. And in a desperate attempt to prevent the saving from going through, I closed the application on my PlayStation while I was recording, which, as you would have it, and this is news to me, it didn't save my recording at all. So not only did I lose my save file, and now I have to get back to that point, rebuild it, but I also lost my hour-long recording, and I can't even get it back. It is 6:43 in the morning. I am trying to go to bed, so the plan has shifted from completing Nebula before December to completing Nebula before the new map comes out to getting at least one Nebula gun. Wow, this is actually pretty satisfying, and I'm just gonna keep activating it, and that's just how it's gonna go. Didn't even need to use Ether Shroud for that. There we go. I almost just died, by the I almost just died again. And what's crazy is I'm gonna have to do this on another save file for the knife. That's what's crazy to me, but it is what it is. Since I'm done with the baseball bat now, like I don't even feel accomplished at this point. There's been so many unnecessary setbacks. They announced another melee weapon, the cleaver knife. And please, I hope I'm on my knees begging, please, that it is a one-hit kill, not a two-hit. We've been hit back to back with two-hit kill melee weapons, and I think that's enough for the rest of the year. Treyarch, if you really have the need to release another two-hit kill melee weapon, do it after I've stopped playing. Please, I beg of you. I don't want any more two-hit kill melee weapons. We've already had the baseball bat, we've already had the power drill. Just make it a one-hit. It's a knife. It's a knife. It's a cleaver knife, but it's a knife. And it should be a one-hit kill, just like the regular knife, right? Makes sense. Because, don't get me wrong, it's still gonna be a bitch to get the bloodthirsties, but it makes it just the tiniest bit tolerable if it's a one-hit kill. This is a different type of video that I don't normally do, but I really wanted to challenge myself with this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll get to our regularly scheduled program in probably a couple days from now, so look forward to it. And I will keep checking my COD point balance every so often, because I am getting robbed right now. That's pretty much it.